Do you have a way of lighting that?
He does.
Cool. Oh yeah.
Very first ever West Coast Sea Kayak roll-off. Rolling hand-to-hand, rolling whatever. We've never done this quite like this before, so it's first ever. This event is sponsored by Sea Kayaker Magazine, and I want to thank them as well as TAPS for, again, putting on West Coast Sea Kayak Symposium. What we're going to do today is show you some rolls. And the rolling tradition is very old in Greenland. In kayak hunting, if you have a hunting accident out hunting, it generally involves the capsize. You don't swim. Greenlanders typically didn't know how to swim. It didn't make any difference. The water was too cold. So you didn't get out of your boat. So the first thing you have to do is solve the capsize, get back up, and then deal with whatever it is. So a lot of hunting accidents involve encumbrances. Something happens to your hand, you get tangled, you lose your paddle. So a lot of the rolls that you'll see have their origins in rolling up compromised somehow. Dubside is from Philadelphia, a extremely skilled Greenland competitor. Competed in the 2004 Greenland Games in South Greenland. Did really well. He is probably undoubtedly the premier U.S. roller or ropes gymnast. He will be showing rolls with a Greenland paddle, and then for the Euro tradition, we have Sommé of Body Bow Play Noricus. Decided that, you know, these things really aren't about the paddle, and so he will attempt to do the rolls with the Euro paddle insofar as they involve paddles. What I'm going to do, since we're basing this on the competition Greenland rolls, is I will announce the maneuver in Greenlandic. And I will apologize ahead of time to any Greenlanders here who will be laughing hysterically because my Greenlandic pronunciation is a work in progress. And then we'll have Dubside do the roll, and then Leon at that point will figure out what it is. I will also, as I announce the roll, tell you what it's called over here. And we'll take it from there. So the first maneuver is a knock-a-nook out of tissue. We call it side scope. Second maneuver, out of tissue, chest stomach.
Palm down roll.
Next roll is Kinopik Navavashnu, which is the standard Greenland roll.
It's not about the boat.
It's not about the boat. We're going to use a Greenland-style boat to do these.
You can do it again if you like. We do.
The next roll is Bakasabishnu, which is paddle held in the crook of the arm or elbow.
Go to European. You lose a few points on setup, but it's okay.
The roll you would use if you were holding something in your hand you didn't want to drop, or Waller's bit your hand off or something like that. Next roll is Sukun Pashlotishu Mazakut, or storm roll.
Come up and snap it off the deck. Yeah.
Next roll is Inabut Natishnu, or reverse sweep roll.
Dubside, as you do the rolls.
Next one is Aryamishnu, spine roll. So what's happening is we're defining the limits of these boats, and the Ocean Kayak apparently has met the limit on this one.
Oh, there you go. No, way forward.
And don't fall out.
No, the setup is
What ain't your buoyancy aid?
go around.
Okay, so we've had a boat change, and now we've got a much better rolling boat. And so we'll go back and see if we can make Aryabishnu happen with this boat.
Oh, yeah.
There it is. Next roll, Kingdom, Automatio, which is paddle held behind the back. This one is quite hard.
Go, Leon!
There you go.
Go, Leon!
Leon is demonstrating what everybody who tried rolling knows is the first half is easy. See, Dubside sailing with a really wide back deck, which is making it very difficult to get the paddle up. Now, you can do the Vishnu, which is reverse sweep roll with the paddle behind the net. Next roll, Patip, Krishna, Duamishlu, Ishlunarmi, which we know as shoulder roll or armpit roll or sometimes shotgun. Next one, Kuparotanan, Patip, Amazuniakiak, Mozizadishnu, which is vertical sculling roll. This one requires deep water. Mazikut Aletsanok, which is skull and roll with the paddle held horizontally. Next roll, technique, Palat, Padilakodi, Mazikut, which is rolling with your arms crossed.
Sideways on the last bit.
Next roll, Kanap, Ataknu, Ipinarju, which is skull and roll with the paddle held under the kayak. So once again, we found the edge. It's too wide a beam a boat doesn't get around. Okay, now we're set. So, Kana, I can tell you what you know to do.
Oh, okay.
Alright, that was the roll behind your back.
So this is a sculling roll, but he has to, when he capsizes, he has to actually scull the boat around down and then scull it back up again. First it's down, now it's come up.
There's another example of classic roll while compromised, no paddle. Next roll, Bachelor on second hook, which is a bunch of storm rolls in a row. In competition, there are 10 seconds. You have to do at least 4, and typically 4 or 5.
10. Then you got to do them the other way down one. Yeah, there you go.
Alright, now that land is warmed up, we move to Northwest Natsu on second hook, which is, again, a quick succession of rolls with a standard roll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Five.
I think I did storms instead of laybacks, didn't I? Sorry.
So those are storms. I didn't lay down.
No, these should be sweep rolls.
These should be. Did I just do that or did I do mine?
You just did what I was supposed to do, and I just did the research.
Did I think I didn't want to do it? I'll set that one up. Because I kind of did it.
All right, it's no longer about the paddle. Now we move to Northamik Mazakut, which is with a throwing stick, starting tucked forward and finishing tucked forward. So it's a Norsac roll on the front deck.
I can't do any forward.
Okay.
So I try as much as I can.
And we move to Northamik Kingokut, which is, again, throwing stick, Norsac, sweeping from the stern to the bow, finishing tucked forward. Forward sweep, Norsac roll.
Yeah, you fall on your back. That's what I'm doing.
And of course, the next progression is Northamik Northlac Lasso, which is a Norsac's throwing stick, starting tucked forward and finishing out. This is the Norsac sweep roll. So before we put away Norsacs, there are some other variations because this is still a creative process. And Dubside is going to show a double Norsac roll.
Hold that. I want to do that one, but I'm going to stay with the Euro If you do it this way, you will dislocate your shoulder. Just don't try that at home.
Now everybody's familiar with the T-Rescue, but this is a Greenlandic version. So we found it wasn't really about the paddle, and now we're going to find out it's really not about the throwing stick either. So we move on to Athamik Mazakut, which is forward deck hand roll. Okay, so next is Athamik Kingokut, which is the hand roll, sweep from stern to bow, finishing forward. So it's a forward sweep hand roll. And you may have recognized the sequence now, so we move to Athamik Northlac Lasso, which is the standard sweep roll, hand roll.
I can't do
here. We have Asak Bilishnu, Utusini Pasala, Tirishlu, which of course you recognize as a hand roll holding a clenched fist.
Okay.
So we're going to leave the straight formal competition ones for a few rolls and show you the creative process as it is occurring.
It's called Round the World. I don't know if it's a Greenland roll or not, but I engage this blade and go around. It looks like this.
It's very close to a forward sweep roll.
Yeah, come up with the forward side.
Comes up in a reverse sweep.
Oh, like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
The antenna roll.
So I tried that yesterday and almost died. That's deadly.
Air paddle.
The sculling motion, but we also get a little bit of resistance in the air. So if the wind is right, I'm just going to scull, I'm just going to do this in the air and come up. Maybe.
Yamaka.
The wind was blowing the wrong way.
This is why it's important to have an offside.
So I can't do that.
Okay.
So sculling around and up? Is that kind of name?
It's a little bit of extension on the vertical sculling roll. Next on the list is stone.
The next roll is Oyakamek, Thermos Westwood.
Henry, before we get to the brick, balance brace, static brace.
Okay. aren't in the competitions but get done a lot, like butterfly.
About a butterfly.
And there's what I call put across, where you leave the paddle on the top of the boat as you go over.
This one. This is the closest you get to a Greenland wet exit. If I run out of air.
This country is called the Patrusson maneuver, after a Greenland hunter, a very good paddler named Peter Patrusson, who did this as a kid because he capsized and didn't have a roll yet, and hung out in that position until somebody else came and paddled and picked him up. Okay, so we're going to move back to the sequence, and the next one is Yomak. Yeah, I'm blanking on the pronunciation. Yomak which is rolling with a brick or a stone. It's a hand roll. And you remember from last night that Britain did something else by stone than what we do. So the next one is Ikusanamik, which is elbow roll, the hand roll with the hand held behind the neck. We're now getting a fairly rarefied atmosphere for rolls.
That's hard enough right there.
Next one, Tajik, Baratitui, Imanarmik, which is straight jacket.
Most people believe raising the head is what makes rolls fail and not having your blade on the surface. So I'm going to prove that's wrong. My head will be the first to come up and my blade will be vertical.
Now we have another variation. It gets performed in a variety of ways, but the idea is that whatever you're rolling with stays dry.
I'll do this one again, then show you a variation of it, okay? Well, where I come from in Philadelphia, the water isn't nearly as clear as this is. And sometimes the water doesn't smell very good. So it's always a good idea in situations like that to carry some incense so you don't have to smell the water that way. And of course, if you were to capsize while you had your incense, you don't want it to go out.
You know, but what if you have your brick along for the ride that day too?
I might have to jettison something. So who thinks I should save the incense? Who thinks I should save the brick? Oh. I'll let you try it.
I rolled so. I didn't want to get left. You can hop over here.
I'm working on a rolling instructional video that we don't have quite finished yet. But when it is, it'll give you some inside tips on all those Greenland rolls. But I have completed a video on the rope gymnastics. And later on this afternoon, if you get a chance, stop over there, and when I'm dried off, I'll demonstrate some stuff for some of the kids from this man here, the Dornick kids, can show you the stuff. I have one copy of it here. And I'll give this away to somebody in the crowd. Would anybody like this? But just in order to christen it properly, obviously we have to roll with the video.
Catch it like a first one.
Make somebody swim for it.
I haven't practiced throwing this, I just practiced rolling with it. How about if I shut my eyes?
Paddle out, make someone swim for it.
Over here. Over here.
All right! Woo! Thank everybody. Thank you to Sea Kayaker Magazine and the Taps.
Big hands, thank you.